when we are, when there's an accumulation of energy going on. If this is not happening in harmony, okay, there's going to be an accumulation of energy. The cells are going to get blocked, okay, and then the space also between the cells get blocked. And if you've got a place, an area of the body where this exchange is not happening in a smooth and harmonious way, there's going to be a lot of energy accumulated there. Okay, and the more that that's accumulated, the more it's radiating this message, this distorted message to the field around it. And quite simply, this is really the core, essential way that we're looking at conditions in the body. Whatever the conditions are, wherever they are, okay? What we want to do is we want to affect the cellular vibration so that it is happening in relative balance and harmony, so that it can restore its balance. And this is whether there's tumor, inflammation, whether there is swelling, whatever the situation is. Most conditions that we deal with are related to pain. Okay? And pain, we just have to really remember, pain is accumulated energy. That's all. Okay? Pain means accumulated energy. Okay? If we're not well, there's somewhere in the body where that energy has accumulated. We want to release the blockages and let the energy flow. And this is where we can use the 4 power techniques. This is where we can use the tapping. Okay? This is where whatever these transformational message tools we can work with. Okay. The other areas where the other kind of conditions, 5% of illnesses that we're dealing with are accumulation of energy. Okay? And there's few where there's not quite enough energy. And in those cases, we need to be able to stimulate the cellular vibration there. Okay? So it really depends. These would be conditions like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's or chronic fatigue or like really chronic underability to digest food properly. Then you'd really want to be able to stimulate that and to bring energy to those areas. But for the most part, we're wanting just to take energy away where there's too much, okay, and let it all come to the foundational energy center where it can be distributed. This is very clear for everybody, no? And during the break, there's a lot of people asking about the how to apply the 4 powers for their various conditions. And one thing I just want to really make clear, that generally, in most cases, okay, it's going to be that there's too much energy somewhere. You're going to have the near hand close to the source of pain, and the far hand in front of the lower foundational energy center here. Okay? Please don't do it the other way. Okay? If you have a headache and you put your near hand here and your far hand here, what's going to happen? Oh my goodness. Big pain. Blood pressure problems. Actually, Master Shah has a very famous story, one of his, where this woman had very high blood pressure and she learned this technique and somehow she got it upside down and she called him afterwards and she was so upset. She said, oh my God, you can't believe how high my blood pressure is. It's not working. And he's going, God, I just thought, oh my God, how can that be? He said, oh my God, my career is over. And he said, come and show me what it is that you're doing. And she goes, I did it like this, you know, it's exactly what you said. It's like, okay. The Master Shah is very, as some of you will have the opportunity to meet him when he comes. He was actually a very famous acupuncturist in those early days. He had some very interesting techniques with acupuncture that he was using. But then one day the Divine came to him and said, and I don't quite understand how it is like this, but it is, said, it's time to give up what you're doing and go out and teach people how to heal themselves. And he said, okay. His wife freaked out with their 3 small children, suddenly going from this very big, successful, $1 million acupuncture practice a year in Toronto to traveling around from house to house, just teaching people how to heal themselves in small groups across the country. And after several years of teaching people these basic self-healing empowerments and teaching them the tools and techniques, where they can develop their own energy and move their accumulated energy and transform the message of their condition. Okay? Then what happened, very interestingly, was that he was given the ability to transform the message of the condition with the divine light. So this is a replacement of that informational system, what we call soul transplants. And I will maybe later after lunch, I'll have the chance to show you him actually performing one of these soul operations, soul transplants, which is very interesting to see. Many of the healers who are in the training system, this Power of Soul healing system, at a certain stage in our training, we receive what's called transmission, a healer's transmission, which is also a soul informational system that we then connect with to offer the healing blessings with. And this is what we've been doing here today. But what I'm wanting to show you is just how you can heal yourself and other people. So in the afternoon, we'll concentrate on other people, on relationships, how we can send healings to others. Okay? So for now, I just want to check with you where you're at with what we've covered so far, and if there's anything that you would like to clarify, or if you would like to be able to ask any questions. So when there's pain in the foot, it's the same. You still want to direct the pain, the accumulated energy, back up towards the lower dantian. Okay? You want to be able to direct it up this way. So it may be easier if you're sitting down. Yeah, if you're sitting down, and then you have your foot comfortable, and you can direct it that way. Okay? Another option, what you can do, as we were speaking about this universal meditation, you can visualize your entire self, like your body, in your lower dantian, in your abdomen. And just visualize that small version of yourself. Yeah, that small golden light being in that position, doing your hand, forehead. Yeah. The main thing is to engage all the four powers. Okay? To see the lines. Yeah? Because you're initiating so many processes in the body, so many immune system responses, you're initiating so many things, especially when you're holding that vision of it being whole, healthy, and perfect. You know, just see it as flexible, fully functional, fully possible. Your body and mind can figure out how to put that in place. Okay? Then you're using your actual physical power to help redirect the energy accumulation, to assist that. And the soul direction, the soul communication. Yeah? And then the sound, the vibrational frequency of the sound is really helping to release the blockages and have the energy disperse itself. That's very powerful. To use all four. And try that. And love your foot. You know, so often when we have pain or a problem or an issue or an illness or condition, what is the message that we get? Oh, that darn foot, if it wasn't for that foot, I would be running and jumping and climbing. I could do so many things, and because of that foot, I can't do anything. I really don't like that foot right now. You know, I don't know if you're giving that kind of message, but most often when something is not functioning well, we're not giving the most positive, encouraging message. So this is really fast to transform. No, it's just like as soon as we notice ourselves complaining about whatever part of our body is suffering, or whatever part of our life is suffering, then that's a really quick sign to say, okay, here's an opportunity to